right, so I wanted to talk about my experience in London. Okay, I went out there for 5 days, but I was out there for a complete 4 days. I had 4 days to actually do whatever I want. Okay, but I have a lot to say about this place. I mean, this was my first trip to Europe, and London. This trip to London was probably definitely one of my top three, maybe three favorite trips that I've ever been on. Okay, I'm looking forward to going back. I'm gonna try to go back. Hopefully, when it warms up a bit. It's like it's so many other places that I want to go, so it's hard because it's like I want to go back right away, but there's other trips that I want to take. But you have a whole lifetime to travel, so we'll make it back. So anyway, let's start off with transportation. Compared to New York, I think London is a little bit easier. Um, I did have cell phone service, and I had access to Google Maps the entire time I was there. So that was definitely a plus. But as far as getting around, I stayed in Fitzroy purposely because I wanted to be in the center of everything, just in case, depending on how I feel, because I can travel sometimes and not really want to do too much, not really want to move around too much, depending on, where I'm going or how I'm feeling. But I plan to be very active for this trip. Okay, so I stayed in Fitzroy, which is kind of the center of everything. There's a lot of bars, there's a lot of restaurants, a lot of tourist attractions and everything in that area. So I stayed there, but transportation was pretty easy. I think the trains, the which is called the tube. I took a tube from Heathrow Airport. Is where I went. I landed there, and I left from Heathrow as well. I took the tube from the airport to the place that I was staying in Fitzroy. And while I was there, I didn't get a chance to ride a black taxi, but I didn't care to because I don't really ride the taxis here neither. Even in New York, like I'm always on. I either take the train or I just Uber at this point. But just getting around was just easier. To me, I think the subway system there is just a little bit simpler than New York. Okay, if you haven't been here, I mean, I'm a little bit more used to it because I've been here all my life. But out there, if I was a tourist here, I would probably struggle a little bit trying to get around. Like I wouldn't dare test going anywhere without someone helping me, or telling me exactly what to do. Okay. The thing about London compared to New York is London doesn't have police officers like standing all over the place in like the tourist attraction areas. Okay, so there was times where I had questions and people are just on the move. Um, it's like it was kind of hard to stop and ask questions of people because everybody's just on the way of doing whatever they need to do. Plus, there's a lot of tourists there as well, so I can't really judge the people because I don't know who's really from London. There's probably people from France or all over the world that's there. People are just really fast. Reminds me of New York, honestly, and it, also every part of London that I went to reminds me of a certain part of New York. Okay. Uh, so, while I was there, I seen all the tourist attractions. I went to the Sea Life Museum. I went out clubbing a couple times out there. I went to Burgers and Lobster. I went to the Shard. I went to go see the London Eye, and I went to Westminster and walked around in that area. I went to Shoreditch and I hopped in a couple of bars in that area. I also ate at Box Park while I was there in Shoreditch. I went to Brixton for a little bit. I walked around the Brixton Market. I went to the British African. I know it's not named that, but there's a small, very small museum in Brixton in the center, in the main area that I got off the tube at. Brixton Market in that area. I walked around that place, and there's a little small museum there with Black British History Museum. Uh, I went into there. Didn't stay in Brixton for too long because I had only 4 days. So each day I was trying to bounce around and go see as much as I can. Okay, I did go to Liverpool Street and end up having a couple of drinks at Dunkin' Waffles. If you see the video that I posted, I just, the clips. I try to post a video of almost everything and every place that I was at. I didn't post everything, but I did post a good amount of places that I did stop at. I went to Buckingham Palace and saw the change of guard. I did have some fish and chips. I did go eat at Nando's. I ate at Nando's the first night that I got there. That was my first dinner there, and I had the half a chicken, hot chicken. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good spot just to check out. I went to and shopped at Oxford Street the first day. That was pretty cool. It has a lot of stores. I mean, there's a lot of stores there that are not here. I mean, what we have is like Macy's, and we have Bloomingdale's. Like, if you want the designer stuff, they have different stores that are very similar but different names and stuff. So I did a little shopping the first day. Second day, did the Sea Life Aquarium, did the London Eye, went over there. Third day, I went to see Buckingham Palace. And every night I did something. Every night except the first night. The first night I kind of just ate at Nando's and just chilled after that. The last night I went to eat by, I'm not gonna remember. I can't remember the name of the dinner. Had an amazing dinner that viewed the Tower Bridge at night. It was an amazing view. And I also went to the Shard after that. I posted a video of the parking lot right in front of the Shard of all those cars. I was at the Shard, which is like the tallest building. It looks really, really cool. I did that my final night. So the only time I only had trouble getting around was when I was leaving the airport and when I was returning to the airport the day that I was leaving. But I really had a great time. I just wish I had more time because I didn't have any time to relax while I was there. Jet lag, definitely still not 100% back to sleeping normal, but, I work a lot of hours. I'm very, very busy. So I don't sleep that well to begin with, but I haven't really slept that great since I've been back home because of the jet lag. But London was an amazing trip. I definitely liked the food that I had. People said a lot about the food. Sorry for the police sirens. You guys know it's a regular thing with me in my videos. They always come around when I'm doing a video. They know. Damn, something really bad is happening. All right. So the food that I had was great. Nothing. I didn't have anything that I disliked while I was out there. I heard a lot. I heard people say that the portion of food is smaller out there. I guess you can say that it is a little smaller, but for the most part, I was happy with the food that I have. I mean, I have no complaints about any of the food at any of the places that I went and ate at. Burger and Lobster was probably my favorite place because the burger and the lobster was really, really good. Like the lobster was very, very good. It's just that the lobster, I ordered the largest lobster and it was a lot smaller than the lobster that I would eat here. But the lobster was that was the best lobster I had in a while. Okay, and I was over by Dean Street when I was there. Um, but the food was great. It's definitely more expensive. You gotta go and you obviously their currency is valued higher than ours. So, but when you go and you actually look at the menu and they charge, you see the prices in euros and everything. The thing is, everything is priced similar as in the US dollar. But you have to remember that if you buy a cocktail that is $12 in London, that's like really like realistically that's like $15 here. Okay, so whatever you're paying for, just know, just understand that you're paying more, especially if you're getting drinks or food. You're paying a few dollars more than what you would pay here in New York or in the U.S. Okay, so it is more expensive. Just make sure when you go, make sure you exchange currencies, not at the airport. Find a spot that has a good rate, because the rates are over the place. You just got to find a spot that has a rate that's close as possible to to the U.S. currency, and you'll be cool with that. But to be honest, as far as the trip overall, if it's your first time and if you're going, I really wouldn't worry about anything other than making sure you have internet in order to get around, because I thought it was very, very easy to get around as long as I had Google Maps. Okay, I stopped by Champ's Barbers. I was actually right near there, so the place that I was staying at was right down the street from Champ's Barber. So I went in there, stopped by. Probably the one of the nicest looking barbershops I ever went to. I mean, those guys were gentlemen in there. There's a whole boxing theme in there. A lot of boxers stopped by there. Even boxers from America stopped by there, took photos with the owner. You see gloves, photos, all kind of boxing stuff all over the place. It's two levels. It's a nice, like, I had a good time going over there. I got me a little fresh cut because I needed one for the last day. Wanted to freshen up a little bit. I normally never ever go to another boxer's, but I took the chance and the risk on this one, and the guy did pretty good. So I'm trying to think of anything else that I did. Overall, I had a great time, man. I had a great time, and I can't really wait to go back. If I were to go back again, though, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't stay in Victoria. I would probably stay on the outskirts and just commute, because it's only I don't mind jumping on the tube for 15, 20 minutes, and just going, wherever I want to go. It's really that simple. So the next time I would go, I would probably stay somewhat on the outskirts of the main areas, the tourist area, pay a little less, but get a better quality place to stay in, whether it's hotel, Airbnb, and whatever. And if I were to go and not have a hotel or do an Airbnb thing, I would probably definitely go back to Brixton and pick up some food to cook throughout the week and everything. And just go out a warmer time period. That's all, because the weather was real. It's real funny out there. Luckily, I went out there and the weather was pretty good. It was aces for the most part. Even when it got cold, it still really wasn't that cold. And I didn't get much rain, just a shower here and there. So I got really lucky. The first 2 days were really great. The weather was great while I was out there. So I was pretty lucky, but I had a good time. Hopefully the next time I go, I could plan a little better. Probably link up with some subscribers. I did run into one of my subscribers out in Brixton when I was there, but I would consider living, staying. Shoreditch was definitely my favorite area, though. Shoreditch was my favorite area, and one of the coolest parts of outside of seeing all the tourist places was that lift going to Duck and Waffles. I think that lift, um, it was that elevator ride up was pretty dope. I really enjoyed that. I only had a couple drinks there left, but I think that was really worth it just going. So anyway, that's my London review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Couldn't really do it the way I wanted to because the internet, the Wi-Fi wasn't. I did record other footage, but I kind of blogged on a daily while I was there instead of doing like how I'm doing now. And it just didn't work out the way because I couldn't upload. I wanted to do a daily upload. But plus, I was having too much fun. So there's a lot of things I had to cut out because the video didn't come out the way I wanted it to. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. So I'll see you guys on the next boxing video. Peace.